It might be the international break, but we're still going. Welcome back to the Goats and Sheep podcast. Let's talk about England. So let's just get straight into it. No messing about, bro. Gareth Southgate, it's about time the guy just does one.
Should have gone after the World Cup.
Should have gone before the World Cup. After the Euros.
Probably before the World Cup, to be fair, but yeah.
So
yeah, no, you're right. In fact, no.
Come on, man. After the Euros, bro. They should have won the Euros.
After the final, yeah.
Come on, let's go back to the Euros, right?
Yeah. 100%.
I'm an Italy fan, by the way. For those of you that don't know, I don't know who doesn't know that. Anyway, everyone knows that I'm a hardcore Italian fan and Juve fan as well. If you don't know, you do now. Obviously, we took it home.
Del Piero's biggest fanboy.
Yeah, ever. They all know you're at Totti and everything. They see in the streets will never forget videos. Right, so we took it to Rome. We never let you bring it home, first of all. And second, do you think, I know we're going a bit back in time now, do you think that England should have won that Euros or not? So, like, just...
From the final?
Yeah. No, from the tournament and the final.
I think they should have won it, yeah.
Okay.
Getting that far, the expectations, how long it's been since they've ever won anything, they should have won it.
And they were
the Italian team that
they were better
you guys
than
had, yeah.
us. They are better than us.
On paper, they're 100% better.
Yeah, they are.
The squad, you know.
I think on the tournament, I wouldn't have picked their players, obviously, being a fan and the way we were playing, and eventually we got to the final. You know how I felt about the pundits covering Italy leading up to the final.
Yeah.
It put me off bloody punditry completely.
Yeah, because everyone was obviously...
They're right, they rate him off, so it was unbelievable, man.
At the end of the day, a final's a final.
And it's Italy.
No matter who it is.
Yeah,
but the fact that it's Italy and, you know...
We win finals.
Yeah, you experienced winners.
Italy win finals, everyone knows that. And
100%.
Well, we're going to get into Italy later. They're not winning nothing anytime soon. England, right, so Gareth Southgate, we both agree he should have left after the Euros. We both agree that squad was good enough to win the Euros and should have probably won the Euros.
100%.
Yeah? Let's be real. Now the issue, they kept him. I was surprised that they kept him after the Euros. Eddie Howe was available. Graham Potter, at that time, I mean, he was doing well with Brighton at that time, if you remember.
Yeah.
Right, and then he's picking he kept the job, went to the World Cup. Personally, at that game against France, I thought they should have beat France again I'm not saying they're better than France, they're not. In-game performance was good.
Yeah.
And they couldn't put it to bed, if you remember.
Yeah.
Harry Kane missed a penalty.
I mean, the thing is, with England, they always seem to bottle it when they come up against the big teams.
Yeah.
When it comes to the smaller tests, you know, they'll breeze through it.
That's the problem.
And then everyone dick rides them. Sorry, mind my language.
No, you're right.
Everyone literally, they're on them like, oh yeah, they're going to win it. It's coming home. Don't get me wrong, like, it would be nice to see England personally, like, because we live here. Of course, it'd be nice.
Yeah, maybe.
And I do like a lot of English players. Like, there's some are a bit too arrogant, but most of them are, you know, they're quality players, man.
Now that you touched on that, so I'm going to segue into that, right? I think that's another thing. When Southgate took over, England was the all-time lowest in the public's eye. Yeah. He's brought the public image back of them up. They're a together unit and all that. Now, going into the together unit, he's taken the piss, right? Going back on his own word. When he first became manager, his whole thing was, I'm picking on form and merit.
Yeah, 100%.
Calvin Phillips today, we were watching Scotland, so we watched the game today, right? What's he doing starting?
He looks... Bless him, you know, it's not his fault. No, honestly.
Bless him.
No, the thing is, it's not his fault, the fact that he ain't got match fitness because he doesn't play. Yeah? If he doesn't play, it doesn't matter how much training you do, you don't have that proper match fitness, you don't have that sharpness.
No, 100%.
Now, we watched him today and you saw how many times he was sloppy, he was late on the ball. He just wasn't good. And the thing is, there's so many other players that you can put there ahead of him, like Ward-Prowse, for example. The guy's been... such a good player,
for Southampton and West Ham
4 years easily now. Like, come on, man. The guy's been...
I think
he was the main reason why Southampton even stayed up. Like, he was such a massive reason. Proper captain, you know. Good player.
He's the talisman, innit?
He's techie as well, man. You know, people don't give him enough credit.
He's going to overtake Beckham soon.
He probably will, yeah.
No, he has to, man. He has to. He's staying in the Premier League now. He has to overtake him with his ability from...
But just, you know, touching on, you know, obviously him on Calvin Phillips, you know, he shouldn't be starting.
So Southgate's fault.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
100%. That's what I'm saying.
He's the manager. He picks the team.
Maguire.
He picks the squad. Harry Maguire. Look, I'm not even having a laugh, bro.
I was making that noise on purpose.
No. Honestly, I'm not even having a laugh, bro. Like Maguire, like
it's a joke. It's beyond a joke.
You know, he's been good for England generally. Like for England, yeah. But that doesn't merit you starting for them
when
you're not playing for your
Has he really been good for England? I want to get into it. Let's get into it. No, he got picked in the World Cup team of the tournament because the media are favouring him. The British media favour him. What did he do in the World Cup that, you know, Moroccan defenders
like I said, as soon as they come up against someone big,
Against France, he was
bottled it.
non-existent.
Yeah, they were bottled it.
Against Ukraine, in the that clips going viral of him marking his own player whilst they scored.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right. The guy just does one dumb thing after another. They're giving him chance after. Connor Cody coming out today saying you need experience. What about the players that deserve to get through then?
His football IQ seems to have gone lower than it was at Leicester. I'm not even taking the piss.
No.
Like,
it
it looks like he's lost his mind. You know, the pressure of being at Manchester United, not just that, being the captain of Manchester United, it's got to him.
Will it eventually
That
pass
thing
out?
in Greece, you know, that as well. You know, all these
yeah.
things, I'm not making excuses up for him. I'm just saying, like, all of this has contributed to what we're seeing on the field. Like, he's so poor.
Do you think so that, what do you call it, Gareth Southgate continuously picking his favourites is ultimately going to be his downfall?
Listen.
It should have already been already.
Ivan Toney got picked for the
yeah,
friendlies,
Southgate's
or was it the
watch
Nations League or the friendlies or whatever it was, yeah. This was, what, 6 months ago, 9
Just
months
before
ago,
he got
whatever
the
it was,
suspension, innit?
And everyone thinks like he's one of the hottest strikers in the Premier League. He's doing very well. Like, there's something about this guy.
It was
for me
this
personally,
international break last season he got picked.
Yes.
There you are.
So it's a year then, yeah?
Bang on a year.
Okay. So everyone thinks, you know what, he's going to come off the bench, he's going to make his England debut, he's going to show, you know,
Even get 10 minutes.
showcase something in it. Because end of the day, we all know what HK is about. Harry Kane's one of the best strikers in the world.
One of the best England ever produced.
There's no point even playing him in this meaningless friendly.
Yeah.
You know, like, you could risk injuring the guy.
100%.
Like, what is the point? You know what he's about. You know what he can bring to the table. You know he's world class.
Fair point.
There's no point to constantly play 90 minutes. Man's playing. Like, what's the point?
Yeah. You know, try a different
He's
tactic.
England's all-time goal scorer. Like, I don't understand. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just, it's mad.
Gareth Southgate, he's lost his credibility in my opinion. It's definitely Sub's opinion.
You didn't even give Tony a minute.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's not just Tony, right?
You're taking the piss. You've given my man so much hope to come out and, you know.
What about the World Cup? His
The guy
favouritism?
probably had so much at the World Cup.
Rashford didn't get a chance to start. He was always coming off the bench, if you remember. He only started the last game,
The
which
funny
was a dead rubber.
thing is, every time Rashford did come off the bench,
He was the best player for him.
Yeah, he was definitely, like, him, Saka and
Bellingham, innit? Jude Bellingham.
Him,
was
Saka and Bellingham were probably the top 3 players
They
for
were.
them at the World Cup, yeah.
And
100%.
You know, I don't know. I think his favouritism.
Oh, he needs to go. He's
He's gone.
He's still playing Henderson as well. Like, don't get me wrong, Henderson, legend of the game and that, yeah, props to him, whatever. But you've got so much talent coming through. He bought Mark Gay in today for what, 45 minutes? What are you playing at?
If
Let
he
him
stays,
play.
right? So if he's going to stay, what am I saying? If he stays, he's staying till the end of the Euros, right?
He's staying.
What are England doing then with him in charge at the Euros? Are they?
I think they'll still get to quarters, maybe semis.
You know, in my opinion, England have got the second strongest squad in Europe right now, after France.
I mean, it's up there, yeah.
It is. It's
up
better.
there. It's up
Spain. Spain haven't got as good pool of players as
they don't.
England do.
No, they
Germany, Hansi Flick has just been sacked. They've been struggling.
They're crap.
Don't
Don't mention
bro,
them.
the World Cup, they
They're
got
crap.
kicked out. Yeah, they
They're
are
crap.
crap.
Japan have beaten them back to back now.
Yeah, exactly. They beat them
In
4-1.
in you know.
The manager that they've got for the France game tonight is Rudi Voller, who was their manager in 2000 to 2004. That goes to show what Germany are going through at the moment. After winning the World Cup in 2014, it's just been a downward spiral for them. They peaked then, and they didn't really concentrate on the football.
Yeah, I mean, they've been awful.
So England are way better than them. England are better than Italy. Way better than Italy. We can't even beat North Macedonia, right? I've segued into Italy. We are shit. We are dog shit. We are cat shit. We are donkey shit. We are crap.
Full on shit.
Full on, man. Unbelievable how crap Italy are at the moment. Winning the Euros masked everything. Since Del Piero, Totti, Inzaghi, Luca Toni, all these, Cassano, Balotelli, where's the strikers gone? They died. Italy don't produce strikers. They don't produce number 10s.
I don't know what's happened.
They don't produce creative players. Who's the last top defenders after Chiellini and Bonucci? We produced no one. Donnarumma since them Euros has just gone down and down and down. He hasn't lived up to the Euro heroics that he set himself up for.
You know what? I think the comparisons with Buffon didn't help him. I'll be real.
No one does.
You
So
know, like
you're better than Italy. You're better than Spain. Well, not you, England. You're better than Germany. So I'm just saying you like that. Yeah. You're better than Portugal. There you are. So
Portugal have got a thing over England.
And they do that as well.
If they ever face each other, yeah. Remember this, yeah.
I said Portugal, France, and England, and so you can finish your point. Sorry.
Yeah, if they face each other, I'd have Portugal as favourites.
And Bruno's been stepping up a lot now, even with Ronaldo still in the
Bruno,
camp.
I think Bruno's been good for Portugal for quite a bit now.
And he does,
In world football, he's been on it for like 4 years.
top chance creator in the Premier League again this season so far. I know it's only been 4 games, calm down.
Top chances since he made his debut.
Yeah, so there you are.
Him,
So
De Bruyne
different
and
Trent.
Trent and Alexander.
I'll be putting a post up on socials very soon. This week, I'll do a post on that.
The best three
creative
in the league.
players in the Premier League, yeah, so far. So yeah, England have got a better squad than most of Europe. So I'd say only France and Portugal.
They'll get to the quarters or the semis, but I think if they face someone big,
What are the expectations realistically for them though? I think
they need to get to the semis at least.
No, they need to win this one.
Yeah, but
It's over. Bro, these are put a clock up in St. George's Park, I think it's called. Yeah, it's St. George's Park. For 2022, the World Cup. That clock's run out, mate. We're in 2024 Euros. They need to win that Euros. So this is the regen golden generation.
it would be redemption.
Yeah.
It would be redemption.
For me, England expectations has to be they're going in to win it. None of this, we
no.
gave it a good chance
Oh,
and we came up against the big nation.
No,
Now,
100%. They need to go there with the mentality and the attitude that, yeah, we're going to go for it, we're going to win it, because the squad's good enough. I think, you know who he's missing out a lot? James Maddison, man. And I've been saying this for years.
bro, you don't like him? That was another one of the Ivan Toney thing.
got
Exact
something-
same thing.
Like Ivan Toney, James Maddison, these type of players, yeah, if they come into this squad, I'm telling you, man, they're adding something different.
James Maddison definitely is.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I'm not even saying Maddison and Toney have to start. I'm not even saying that.
I know what you mean.
I'm just saying if you're struggling against someone, a big team, France,
yeah.
Maddison comes on,
Just somewhere different.
somewhere different,
Try it.
pings it in, Tony's in the box, boom, first time finish.
Or even the head.
Anything,
'cause he's
anything,
big
man,
up
like...
front. And saying that, we're going on to the talk of the football world at the moment. So, bloody hell, Paul Pogba failed the drug test, man. I'm gutted, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'm upset. For those of you that don't know, I'll explain why I'm gutted. Pogba's my favourite player of the modern era. Bias, obviously, like me being a Juve fan, he broke through at Juventus. When he broke through, he was just the golden boy breaking through, man. The way he played the game at that time, just phenomenal. Carefree, smile on his face.
The next big talent in world
He was the best young player in Europe. He won the award. He won it at the World Cup. He won 4 Serie A's in a row. He got to 2 Champions League. He got to the 2015 Champions League final with us. He was number 10 at Juventus. Moved back to Juve. Had a good first 2 seasons. Let's be real. Especially second season at Manchester United. Statistically, his greatest.
Yeah. Statistically, he did well. I mean, if you watched United much that season, obviously I'm a United fan. I watched United all the way through and through, yeah. And without him and Zlatan,
you're not winning them 2 trophies.
we're not even anything. That team, like, and Herrera, to be fair.
No, but
Herrera as well. But them 3 players at that time were just making everything.
And since then, for Paul Pogba, unfortunately, let's just be real. It's just
been a down. Yeah, it's just been a down.
The Manchester derby,
spiral.
the 4 assists against Leeds. I'm just giving his glimpses that.
Yeah.
That he was still
Scored
the
in the
assist
Europa League
against
final.
the assist against Southampton, the 360.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite
No,
moments of United.
Pogba
That's what
had
I'm
his,
saying.
you know what
He's
it
had
is?
his moments.
Pogba had his moments. The only criticism of Pogba, and I always say this to you, in terms of United anyway, yeah, and maybe even since he's come back to Juve, well, more injuries at Juve, innit? But since he came back to United in that period, what it was with Pogba is he'd have purple patches. So in that purple patch, you'd see him play like an 8, a 9, maybe even a 10.
10, man.
Yeah, maybe even a 10, yeah. But then he'd go like in patches again where
The thing
he's
with
producing
Pogba, I think,
threes
as fans
and fours, and you think you've got all this talent, yeah.
I was just gonna say, man.
Like if I were to compare him to like any of the greats here, like I'd say like, and people can write me
You
off
know
if they
what?
want,
Mourinho some do.
but like, you know, like Vieira,
No, you're right, man. He's a
Yaya
World Cup winner
Toure,
today.
Yaya Toure, these type of players. He's got that mold, he's got that stature, he's got the strength.
Technically, he's
he's got
better
the
than them.
technical. Yeah.
He pings the ball 70 yards.
But the thing is, I don't believe
few in world
I don't believe it's just injuries though. I believe it's his mentality, man.
Psychological. I did say that today.
I don't think his mentality is fully. It's not elite. You know, his skills are elite, but his mentality is like.
He
There's
needs
certain players that
Yeah,
just
no,
have that.
yeah.
Where
Ronaldo.
the mentality is not elite, and if your mentality is not elite, you can't produce
At
what
the
you
highest
have,
level,
what
to
you
the
can
highest
get.
level.
Like Wayne Rooney, for example.
We always say,
even
yeah.
though he was elite in his own right, but it wasn't to the Ronaldo, Messi, you know, elite.
Whoever, the consistent
You know what I mean?
level in it.
Yeah.
Paul Pogba, fair play. So, I mean, for me, obviously with the whole Mourinho thing that happened, had a big effect on him. Right, you touched upon it. There's too much responsibility for me placed on him. He didn't ask for it. He didn't want it as well. Let's just be real.
Do you know what it is? It comes with the price tag as well.
It does. And it was unfair. Whatever it was. Coming back to Juve with the whole brother blackmail and extortion that happened in the summer, I wanted to touch on that. Because you said this mental... I think that's...
Juju.
And the Juju, yeah. He came on Monday, he said he's considered retirement over the back
You met
of
Mufti Menk?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
You see the video?
Yeah, obviously, nice video. Paul Pogba and Mufti Menk.
It's cute.
Obviously, I was just going to say, what's not to like, man? It just makes you smile, innit?
Yeah, it's cute.
My boy, Paul Pogba, you know he's my boy, man.
But yeah...
and Pogba's going to come on this podcast one day, inshallah.
Inshallah.
I used to have Paul Pogba phone case. I'm telling you, I'm a proper Paul Pogba fan, me.
I've been a massive fan as well.
And it was Subu introduced me to Pogba saying, you need to watch the kid before he moved to Juve. I swear down, yeah. You know, might think, oh, we were both 15 at the time. He showed me in school, he goes, we got this kid, yeah, he's going to come
I think
through.
we got him at the age of 13, 14. He got
and then the next time we spoke about him was, I popped up to Sub. I go, remember you told me about this guy, yeah, he's got a body against Napoli. Yeah. And I sent you the link, I go, yo, this guy's next level.
And then I got jealous. Like, yo,
that's what the 4 years time. So Pogba, so he's obviously, the testosterone levels came back high. In a game he didn't even play in, I don't know if you know that.
I didn't
He didn't play that game.
I didn't know that specific. No, I didn't know that specific.
He's played the games after that. He's played 2 games after that.
Yeah.
Substitute appearances. Picked up another minor back injury, Allegri said, against Empoli. And his testosterone levels come back too high now, and they're giving him 3 days to counter it. If he don't come back with the counter, he's facing 2 to 4 years suspension. So let's just finish this podcast off with the discussion.
I think if it comes
what's
back,
the next step for Paul Pogba?
I think if it comes back for him, then his career is pretty much done.
Done?
I mean, how old is he now? 29, 30?
30.
Yeah, so 4 years out of the game, 3 years out of the game, potentially 4 years out of the game.
Juventus will let him go.
I mean, he could possibly make a comeback to a smaller league, but he's not going to go to a top league. I mean, Saudi might pay for the name, but I don't know if he'll be able to play at that. No one can just, even Ronaldo, I don't even think Ronaldo or Messi could come back after 4 years. And
no one can.
No one can.
At the highest level.
Do you know what I mean? So
career over.
It'd be unfair. I think it's over if it comes to that. But personally, I don't wish any bad on him. Like, I want him to... I want him to come back.
I really hope he comes back negative.
Yeah, I want him to come back negative, and I want him to obviously resume his career.
As well.
But the thing is, like, his mentality is not there, and he's too injury prone.
So even if he does come back negative, he's not going to return to Paul Pogba, you're saying?
No, not what we want from Paul Pogba.
Okay.
And what we believe he can produce.
I'll be honest, I think if he does come back negative, I think it's my bias coming through.
Shall I be real with you? Shall I be real with you about Pogba? Let me finish. You can finish the thing, but I'm going to finish this is my final point on Pogba, yeah? This guy had the talent to be better than Lampard. As in, Lampard was known for 15, 20 goals a season, innit? I'm telling you, I've seen this guy, the runs he makes, the amount he got into the box, the positions he gets himself into. He could have been a 15 to 20 every season goal guy.
There you are.
From midfield.
That's massive.
But unfortunately for him, he hasn't lived to...
For me, obviously, it was the next big thing.
And that's my take on that.
And I'll always have hope in Paul Pogba, I'm not going to lie. And that's probably my favouritism for Juve as well and for Paul Pogba. So I hope
he comes back.
If it is negative, I already felt like he was going to have a good season anyway. I'm not going to lie.
It's the injuries, man.
So let's just see, man. I hope it does come back negative. If it's positive, he's finished. His career's over.
Yeah.
I don't even think Saudi will try to get him after, if it's 2
Probably
years even.
Not.
If you never know, he might go to an appeal, pending an appeal. We'll see. It was unfortunate. His agent has released a statement saying, obviously, Paul Pogba didn't do it on purpose, of course. But it is what it is. Let's see the next steps in the Paul Pogba drama and the saga involving him. We'll see you for the next podcast. Inshallah. Subscribe, share, comment. You know the usual.
Do all of that stuff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.